The moment the huge, gleaming Harley Davidson Fat Boy roared down the driveway, polished chrome blinding in the summer sun, I felt a familiar, sharp pang of exclusion. It was Father's Day. The roaring motorcycle, a surprise gift from my daughter, Chloe and her husband, Ryan was explicitly for Ryan's father, Richard He threw his arms around Chloe, tears of joy streaming down his face. The whole scene captured beautifully on video for social media. After the celebratory fanfare, Chloe turned to me, her own father, with a small, hastily wrapped package. I opened it to find a disposable, plastic $5 razor the kind sold in bulk at the drugstore. It wasn't just the monetary difference of $20 versus $5. It was the cold, obvious calculation behind the gifts. My daughter had spent months planning a lavish, life-altering gift for her father-in-law, a man she'd known for 5 years, while reserving a last-minute, insulting afterthought for me, the man who raised her. My heart broke, not from the lack of a motorcycle, but from the realization that I was utterly meaningless to her. Her gesture wasn't thoughtless. It was a deliberate, public statement of my inferiority in her life. Was I wrong to treat this moment not as a sad family incident, but as the final, absolute confirmation of a profound betrayal that required me to completely rewrite my will and cut her out of my entire estate? Tell me, if your only child publicly humiliates you with a $5 gift while celebrating her in-law with $20, would you silently accept it? Or would you use your financial power to expose the true cost of their disrespect? My name is Robert and I am 62 years old. I retired a few years ago after a long career as a civil engineer. I've always been financially prudent, and, thanks to careful planning and lucrative investments in my 30s, I am now a multi-millionaire . Chloe is my only daughter. She is 35, and while she's professionally successful, she has always struggled with prioritizing appearance and maintaining shallow relationships. She married Ryan 5 years ago, a man from a highly privileged family. Ryan's father, Richard, is an older gentleman who lives a loud, extravagant life and constantly brags about his vintage car collection and his yacht. Richard often treats me with a kind of patronizing pity, seeing me as the quiet, boring civil engineer, father-in-law. The disparity in Father's Day gifts wasn't new, but this was the first time it felt like an orchestrated public performance. For Richard, there were loud parties, expensive dinners, and last year, it was a bespoke Italian leather jacket. For me, there was always an obligatory, low-effort item, a generic tie, a cheap gift card, or this year, the razor. When Richard hugged Chloe, he declared loudly, "This is the best Father's Day ever. Ryan, your wife is a goddess. She understands what a man needs." Then Chloe walked over to me, her smile tight. "Happy Father's Day, Dad. Hope you like it," she said, practically tossing the little box at me. I opened it slowly, feeling the weight of every eye on the cheap plastic packaging. "A razor, Chloe," I stated, trying to keep my voice level. "It's certainly practical." "Oh, you always need razors, Dad," she chirped, dismissing me immediately before rushing back to pose for photos with Richard and his new motorcycle. Later that evening, the humiliation still stinging, I cornered Ryan. "That motorcycle cost a fortune, Ryan. It's a fantastic gift. Did you and Chloe plan that for months?" Ryan shrugged, dismissive. Yeah, Richard's been hinting at it forever. Took about 6 months to finalize the specs. Chloe was obsessed with getting the right model. We want him to know we appreciate him. He didn't even meet my eye, and my gift. I asked, holding up the disposable razor. He glanced at it, genuinely confused for a moment. Oh, that, Chloe picked that up this morning at the gas station. She said you don't really need anything, and it saves her a trip to the mall. The confirmation was worse than the act. It wasn't an oversight. It was a cold, efficient assignment of my value. Less than the time it took to drive to a real store. I was a man who doesn't need anything, and wasn't worth the effort. I went home and immediately pulled out the 3 folders containing my most important life documents, my will, my asset list, and my charitable foundation trust. For years, Chloe had been operating under the assumption that she was my sole heir ***. My will left 90% of my $15 million estate ***, a substantial combination of real estate holdings, blue-chip stocks, and liquid assets directly to her, with 10% going to a small engineering scholarship. She and Ryan had been calculating their future based on this massive, impending wealth transfer. I realized the razor wasn't just an insult. It was a reflection of the transactional nature of their relationship with me. They saw me as a guaranteed future payday, a vault to be accessed, but not a person worthy of respect or effort. I called my estate lawyer, Mr. Davies ***, first thing Monday morning. I informed him that I wanted to draft a new, ironclad will, effective immediately, that completely cut Chloe out. I emphasized that my decision was based on a complete and fundamental breakdown of the parental relationship due to my daughter's overt display of disrespect and emotional abuse. The new will was meticulous. I redirected 90% of the $15 million estate to my late wife's charitable foundation, dedicated to funding trade apprenticeships for underprivileged youth. The remaining 10% was divided among my 2 younger nephews, whom I saw once a year, but at least treated me like a human being. Chloe was left a single, symbolic bequest, $100,000. However, the real power play was not the will itself, but the timing. I knew Chloe and Ryan were planning a massive, expensive house renovation, a legacy project, that Ryan was funding with high-interest bridge loans, confident that my wealth would soon be available to cover their debt. My timing had to be perfect to make my financial absence utterly catastrophic for them. I waited 6 months. I continued playing the role of the quiet, unassuming father who didn't need anything. Chloe and Ryan, oblivious, plunged into their renovation. They were convinced I was too confrontational to ever change the will. I needed one final, undeniable act of public humiliation from Chloe to provide the perfect context for my final, devastating revelation. The opportunity came with Christmas. So that's the situation I was in. I was a multimillionaire, but my only daughter had publicly humiliated me with a $5 razor while treating her in-laws to a $20,000 motorcycle, all while planning her life around inheriting my $15 million estate. I had secretly rewritten my will to leave her $100 and redirected the rest to charity, and I was waiting for the perfect moment, when their debt was maximized by a renovation, to deliver the news. Before I tell you about the disastrous Christmas morning that followed, I want you to pause and comment below what you would have done in my shoes. Would you have quietly retired and let them discover the truth after your death? Or would you have delivered the news directly to ensure they understood the full cost of their cruelty? I decided the lesson had to be delivered personally. Cruelty deserved an immediate, undeniable response, not a deferred one. Christmas morning arrived. We were at Chloe and Ryan's newly renovated, half-finished house. They invited both Richard and me, along with extended family, for the gift exchange. Richard was up first. Chloe and Ryan presented him with a stunning, vintage Rolex watch **. Another lavish, image-obsessed gift. Richard was ecstatic, his usual boisterous self. Then came my turn. Chloe handed me a small box, wrapped in last year's paper. I opened it. Inside, nestled in cheap tissue paper, was a generic, mass-produced *** mug, ***, with the words "World's Okayest Dad" printed crookedly on the side. The estimated value, about $3.99. The whole room chuckled awkwardly. Chloe smiled brightly, pleased with her sarcastic effort. Ryan rolled his eyes, signaling to his father that I was, as usual, irrelevant. I set the mug down gently. I stood up, taking center stage in the expensive, yet unfinished living room. "This is a lovely mug, Chloe," I began, my voice calm but carrying. "And Richard's watch is spectacular. It really shows how much time and thought you both put into showing appreciation for the people who truly matter to you." The atmosphere shifted. Chloe looked nervous. "I actually have a gift for both of you," I continued, nodding toward Chloe and Ryan. "It's a lesson in financial prioritization." I pulled 2 documents from my jacket pocket. The first was a certified letter from my lawyer, M.S. Hayes. "This," I announced, holding the first paper up, "is a *** notice of default and repossession *** against the blue-chip stock portfolio you assumed would cover the $500,000 bridge loan for this renovation, Ryan. The collateral was my stock, and I am calling the margin on the entire amount today." Ryan went white. "You can't do that. That stock is meant for the family estate." It was **. I corrected him. But I realized that $15 million should go to people who don't rate their own father's value at less than $5. I then pulled out the second document, a notarized copy of my *** new, final will. *** This document, I declared, my voice ringing with finality, is the revised and legally binding testament for my $15 million estate. Since you believe I only deserve a $5 razor and a $4 mug, I have ensured that you, Chloe, will inherit exactly that amount of appreciation. I read the relevant section aloud. "To my daughter, Chloe Grant, I leave the amount of *** $100,000 in recognition of the value she placed upon her father's time and effort during his lifetime." A dead silence fell over the room. Richard gasped. Chloe screamed, "No, you can't." "I can," I stated, looking her straight in the eye. "And I have. The remaining $15 million, which was supposed to secure your life, is now funding the ** Edith Miller Apprenticeship Foundation **, helping young people who actually put in the work. Instead of waiting for a handout, the resulting chaos was total. Chloe dissolved into hysterical tears, realizing that her massive financial future had just been evaporated by a single, carefully timed legal maneuver. Ryan, realizing his renovation was now a crushing, unsupported debt, looked physically ill. The motorcycle and the Rolex suddenly seemed like the most expensive, pointless purchases in history. The aftermath saw the complete and total ruin of their legacy project. Ryan couldn't service the bridge loans, and the partially finished house was foreclosed upon. They were forced to sell everything, including their high-end cars, to cover the debt. The public humiliation was total. They blamed me, of course, but the family and friends who had witnessed the $20,000 versus $5 insult understood the context. I did not relent. I am now enjoying my life, traveling the world, and watching the Edith Miller Foundation grow. I made sure to send Chloe a single, prepaid Visa card loaded with exactly $100,000, accompanied by a note, "For that emergency pack of razors you always need." I may have lost a daughter, but I saved my fortune from being consumed by a bottomless pit of transactional greed, and that, I realized, was the greatest Father's Day gift I could give myself. Like this video if you believe entitlement should always meet a financially devastating consequence. Subscribe for more stories where inheritance is used as a final, powerful lesson. Share your final thoughts on the value of a razor versus $15 million in the comments section below. I'll see you all in the next story.